Alright, footy fans, get ready for another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, PJ and Breno.
Hey, footy fans! Welcome back to NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We're here, we've got some beer, and it's time for some footy. Yeah, that didn't really rhyme, did it? But you get the idea. Alright, tonight's the night. We've got completely unbiased opinions on what every team will finish in the 2026 season. Yeah, right, no bias. We'll see about that. You'll be the judge anyway. Now, if you watched the prediction show last year, you will know that we've got a little ladder competition going between the admins here. And speaking of which, couldn't do this alone. My partner in crime, the one and only PJ. How you doing, mate?
G'day, Breno. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good.
I'm so excited. Footy's back.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord, the beer Lord, and all the other lords there are.
Oh, Lord.
All 4,877 religions. Thank you for football. We're back. I'm excited. We had week 2 of the pre-season.
Pre-season, yeah. Witzer Cup.
Yep, and now we're cracking into the final week of the pre-season before
Hooray.
big Vegas.
Yeah, that'll be good. A big show next week lined up for that. But before we get into it, quick reminder: be sure to get across all of our platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. That's right, we're on YouTube today. If you are on a Facebook group, make sure you like it. We are pushing close to 70,000 members, so that's pretty cool on our NRL Live Chat 2.0 group. It's pretty wild, hey, PJ?
Amazing, yeah. It did sound like you said 7,000 then.
70,000.
70,000 members. So
70K.
thank you for loving what we do. We really appreciate it. And join in the chat. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely, yeah. We're also on Instagram, but yeah, get on our chat. I have put the link in the Facebook chat there. You can join in on our chat each week and keep up with all the scores and everything. Facebook's changed things, so we've had to create a new chat group. You have to get on there and get in yourself. That we can't invite everyone anymore, which is rubbish. Thanks, Facebook. Anyway, we'll get around it. Don't forget our tipping comp as well. I'll put the link in there as well for that. We've got a few new people come into it. It's good. It's going to be a bit of fun. Plenty of...
Yep, and don't forget, if you win the tipping competition, you win 10,000. Congratulations from Breno and I. Not dollars, 10,000 congratulations. Across the next 12 months, we will congratulate
everyone wants
10,000 times.
Yeah, lots of bragging rights as well. So, yeah, a bit of fun.
Love it. And they're bragging rights too.
All right, it's that time of the year again. It is Ladder Predictions. And before anyone jumps into the comments, yes, my ladder is heavily biased. And yes, I'll probably be wrong by round 6. But if this is wrong by round 6, I'm going to be blaming injuries. If it's right, I'm calling myself a genius. So there's no in between there. And so we've done this. Well, I have anyway. I don't know about you, PJ, but I went through the NRL Ladder Predictor on the web internet thing, and so I've gone through every single game, 27 rounds, and I come up with this, and I did it again just to make sure. There was a few changes, but so let's rip into it and start at the bottom. What do you reckon, PJ?
Yeah, let's start with the bottom. Why not?
Start with the bottom.
I did the same thing though. I went right through every single game of the season. I made everybody win by 12. That was my prerequisite. I can't be bothered picking margins, but everybody won by 12, and I did the exact same thing, and then had to edit it because amazingly, one team didn't seem in the right place.
Yeah, there's a couple like that. Yeah, we'll get there. But all right, we'll kick off on what I've got here, and this is down the bottom. This is the danger zone where all the ugly stuff is. And I have got in 17th in the wooden spoon position. I've got the Titans. I feel like they're still too inconsistent for me. But they do have flashes of brilliance, but not enough week to week. Then I've got 16th. Got the Parramatta Eels. Big call, I know. but I just don't see enough stability across the season, and not enough stability to get out of that bottom pack. Sorry, Para fans, it is not going to be your year, according to me. Then I've got the Dragons. They'll compete all right though, but they'll win some gritty games too. But I think their depth hurts them over the long season. And it definitely showed last year. I had them this show last year. I had them up in the top 8, and they ended up coming 13th. So they hurt my little ladder last year. So, and Tigers, improvement is coming, just not enough to push the middle table just yet. I could be wrong. I had them up higher last year as well. Another team I had up high, and they disappointed me pretty bad. Yeah, but at least they didn't get that wooden spoon for the 4th year in a row, so they've done well last year. And finally, Panthers up in 13th. Yeah, this is a massive call, and I'm sure everyone's not going to agree with this one. Big changes, new combinations. I think they might slide more than what people expect, but I feel a dynasty is over. More than likely wrong, but I've got them down there in the cellar dwellers.
Breno,
What do you think?
bold call.
Yeah.
Willie Mason also predicted. Yeah, Willie Mason also predicted that the Panthers would not make the top 8, which I thought was interesting. 4-time champions last year, still made the playoffs, but you've got them 13th, mate. That's a bold call. I think if Dylan Edwards, Isaiah Yeo, and Nathan Cleary all do ACLs early in the season, you might be a chance.
We shouldn't hope for that.
Carly
But that's what I'm looking
No,
at.
we're not hoping for it. We're not hoping for it. That might be the only way that's going to happen. But Carly's going, where's the Knights? You'll find out, Carly.
You'll find out.
He did say he was.
I know what she's about to say, but anyway.
All right.
Here's PJ.
So I did do this after the Dragons game versus the Rabbitohs, where the first grade Dragons team lost to the entire reserve grade Rabbitohs team, but before the Parramatta game versus the Sharks, where they kind of sort of both had pretty weak lineups. So Parramatta fans, I'm sorry, Breno's got your 16th, I've got your 17th. It's a Parramatta wooden spoon for me. I think Jason Rolls might even get fired. Put that one right out there in the universe. Jason Rolls,
first coach to go this year. Yeah, right.
could be one of the coaches to go this year. I think the Cowboys might also have someone that's ready to go.
Could be knocking on the
that.
door there, yeah.
Dragons in 16th spot. I saw nothing the other night that got me excited about any new recruits, any combinations that have been worked on in the off season. 12 all at half time with their entire starting lineup against the Rabbits, and it's only a trial, you know. That was a really poor performance from the Dragons. So Gold Coast will go up a couple of spots into 15th. I've got the Knights 14th. I don't think they're going to be spooners this year. I think they're going to build on last year. Dylan Walker, not Dylan Walker.
Brown.
What's his name?
Brown.
Dylan Brown, thank you. Dylan Brown will absolutely add 4 to 5 spots to the Knights team. I guarantee that. So they will be 14th or higher, no question. And the West Tigers, I think they'll go a little bit better, but 13th might be the best that they can achieve in 2026.
There you go. That's PJ. All right, let's move up the
about
ladder.
The edge of the top 8, What do you got in the edge?
This is what I call no man's lands. Not quite finals, not quite spoon zone. So I've got, excuse me, I've got the Warriors, competitive but not consistent. I think this is the other thing about this, and you'll probably see it when I talk about it. This is the non-consistent teams. So they did all right last year, but fell apart the second half of the year, dropping out of the top 4 dramatically. Ended up in 6th, but 12th might be a bit dramatic too. But I've got the Warriors falling from grace there. The Seagulls in 11th, similar story. They've upset a few teams, but dropped games they really shouldn't. And but they can be dangerous at home. And it didn't end well last year for them either. They only got in the 10th, so I'm not far off there. Cowboys in 10th, I've got them there. Hard to tip year to year. I've got them just outside the 8. Good at home as well, but unpredictable. Again, there's that word, unpredictable. And then Yeah, they were in my 8 earlier, but I ended up having to change that one. I thought, nah, I'm going to drop them down a bit. Then I've got the Raiders, last year's minor premiers. Also a little bit unpredictable. They just missed the 8 for me. They lost some good players like Fogarty, and they've lost some go forward as well. So last year's minor premiers, but misfired in the finals. Massive fall from grace for them last year. They did well to get up in that top and get that minor premiership, but the ladder, I'm sure it'll shock everyone.
Yeah, Jamal Fogarty going to Manly, I think that's pretty much a straight swap for Cherry Evans. I don't think they're going to be any better or worse with Fogarty there. He played amazing for the Raiders. He could go better. Manly can go better than that. But yeah, I think Raiders will drop a few spots, losing Fogarty.
Yeah, we get PJ.
So my edges, I call them edges. They're edging.
You like the edging, don't you?
Edging, yeah. They're not quite there, but they're nearly there. You know, they're just edging. Apparently, that means something these days to the young people. So I've got a very similar edging zone as you. So Manly, I think they will be 12th. I think Fogarty will add to Manly's scoring ability. I don't know. Like roll the dice on the Trebojevic injuries. Manly looked like they were going away from that and planning for the future. And then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, no, we still love the Turbos, and you know we're going to rest them the whole preseason, so they have no games under their belt for round one. But they're not even playing this week against the Rabbitohs, who are basically fielding their best lineup. So that'll be an interesting watch on Sunday afternoon. Warriors, I agree, Breno. I think they're going to slip a little bit more out of the top 8. Cowboys have kind of had this scenario where they're in the top 8 and out of the top 8 and in the top 8 and out of the top 8, and it's in the top 8 year this year. If you look back over the last 4 or 5 years, the year they make the final, I can't see it. I still can't see it. You know, and the ultimate edges, it used to be the Tigers, now it's the Dolphins. They're just always edging. 9th spot for the Dolphins.
Yeah, they just keep missing
so
out,
close.
Yeah, the Jude.
Cobbo, yeah, he's a massive signing for them.
Absolutely,
I think he'll add points. They don't need points. You know, they've got such.
They score pretty well, yeah. They just need to win games. Yeah.
They need defence. They need better forwards that stop forward momentum on teams, that get them into the scoring zones. That's what the Dolphins need. And I don't know why they sign another attacking player, but maybe they're just hoping to win every game 40-32. I don't know, but I've got the Dolphins just missing the top 8.
Yeah. All right. What's Breno got for the next section? So the finals scrap. We're talking footy finals here. So here we go. Here you go, Carly. Here's where I've got the Knights. They are in 8th. And yes, this is not biased. It's just
breaking news.
It's emotionally informed. There is a difference, I think. I don't know.
Emotionally.
You like that? Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah. I've got them sneaking the 8. Heart overhead a little bit here, but if they stay injury-free and get the new halves pairing to work, Ponga and Best and Sharp working off them, we could be unstoppable. But all I want is the spoon haters to go away. Just go away. We aren't getting the spoon this year. Mark my words here, guys. We are not getting it this year. That's a fact.
Quote us now.
Whether we come 8th or not, I don't know about that. Yeah. Anyway, jumping into
footage back out at the end of the year if they do come to screen.
And
we'll embarrass ourselves.
I will quit.
Not come last.
7th, I've got the Dolphins. Seriously, just missing out on the 8 last few years. I've only been in there for 3 years. I've just missed out on the 8 every year. Love to see them get in the finals, but
me too.
This could be a dream, and possibly out of all the teams in my top 8, possibly one of the teams that might miss out. And mind you, the Knights are probably one of those teams as well that might miss out in the 8, but that's where I've got them. 6, I've got South. I think they'll bounce back, but not fully dominant. They surprised me last year, actually knocked over some big teams, but ended up in 14th. Feel they can do better this year. Some player movements there as well, but a pretty solid lineup overall, I feel. Then we got 5th, the Roosters. Strong roster, but I think they pace themselves for September. Just getting 8th spot last year, only just made it. And one team you can't underestimate though, and they do have some consistency mostly. So I've got them in 5th. They could crack the 4, but I'm going to push them here into 5th. There you go.
Yeah, they're an interesting one. Daly Cherry Evans joining the Roosters. I thought Hugo Sevilla had an amazing year last year with Walker, and I really thought by the time the Roosters signed Daly Cherry Evans, they didn't really need him anymore, but they've followed through on the agreement. They've signed him. It is what it is. Yeah. Here's my top 8, bottom 4.
All right, there it is.
Let's call it the second 4.
The second
Here we
4.
go. The second 4. All right, so it's not the top 4, it's the second 4. Here we go. So I've got the Sharks in 8. Now, full disclosure, I'll be honest here because I also want to pull this out at the end of the year if I'm right. I had the Sharks 10th. I actually had them missing the finals, but I couldn't understand how because they've got such an easy draw. But I did go right through the whole season and score predict the year. And when I saw they were not in the 8, I had to change it because they're clearly going to make the 8 with such an easy draw. So Sharks will slip in above the Dolphins and just push out the other water species out of the top 8, and the Sharkies will come 8th. Our defending champions, the Brisbane Broncos, will come 7th. No Cobbo this year. Adam Reynolds in his last year. Payne Haas in his last year at the Broncos. That could drive some real momentum for them. A lot of predictors, and we'll get to that later, Breno, picking them first and second. I can't see the Broncos top 2. I'm so sorry. I know they're the champions, but I cannot see them coming top 2.
Don't upset our viewers. We've got a lot of Broncos viewers here.
I know. 6th, the Rabbitohs. We actually both tipped the Rabbitohs coming 6th. Yeah. So that's not a surprise given their lineup. You have a look at the lineup for this weekend versus Manly. Very strong lineup, but it really comes down to injuries. Like the last 2 years have been cruelled by a lot of injuries. Yeah. And the Bunnies could be top 4 or bottom 4. It really depends on how this aging roster goes. Latrell's not getting younger. Cody Walker's instrumental to the attack, and he's probably in his last year. Some really good glimmers of hope with Munro and Jai Gray coming through, but I've got the Rabbitohs 6th this year, and we also both picked the Roosters 5th. So I think the Roosters will be improved on last year. Daly Cherry Evans should add a little bit more. I still think Sevilla is going to play a lot more 6 and 7. 6, 7.
No, you didn't.
No.
I knew that would upset you. With Walker than Cherry Evans. I don't know. I just feel some late career injuries coming for Daly. So Roosters will be 5th, and they'll be battling the Sharks in the first week of the finals, Breno.
There you go.
Go Sharks.
Go Sharks. Yeah. Talking about Go Sharks. So here we go. Locked in the top 4. This is where I'm pretty confident. Maybe not in the order, but I really feel that this is going to be the top 4. Don't like seeing the Bulldogs there, but I'm standing by it very nervously. So the Bulldogs in 4th, big rise, strong momentum, and I think they could be the real deal. They proved themselves last year, but like the Raiders, just couldn't get it done in the finals. And all that rubbish that happened with Lockie Galvin / Sexton issues. Yeah, we spoke about that last year. That sort of hurt their season last year, but let's see how they go this year. I've got them in 4th. 3rd, we've got the Storm. You never write Melbourne off, ever. They could be 1st, they could be 4th, but they're missing Paps, so I think that might hurt them a little bit. But they've still got a really strong team, and arguably one of the best coaches of this era, and that's Craig Bellamy. He'll get them up there. 2nd, the Broncos. Power, depth, and consistency. Current premiers. they're right there, but I struggle with them in the fact that last year they let teams they were playing in the finals get in front of them, they get a good lead, only to fight back for gritty wins. It annoyed me a little bit, but I definitely can't write them off. But bloody Queensland, give someone else a go, would you, this year? Like. Anyway, finishing in minor premiers, surprisingly, I've got the Sharks. I just think they've built something that translates across the full season. Hardly any changes, and I feel that they're pretty solid for most of last year. Not sure about first, but it's how it's ended up on my ladder predictor. So this is my top four. I'm backing it. Maybe not in that order, but I'm pretty confident with the top four here.
Yeah, I think the Sharks, with a favourable draw, they'll be up and around the top 8. I don't know about first, mate.
Yeah.
I think you might be stretching the long bow there, Hunger Games.
I did this ladder predictor twice, and twice ended up on top. So I don't know. I might have just given them too much leeway on some games. I don't know, but that's where they've ended up. And if we go off what happened last year, like you couldn't pick a bloody game. It was really hard to pick last year, and the ladder was all over the place on most of the year. So who knows what's going to happen this year?
Yeah, when I did the ladder prediction, I only had 2 wins between first and fourth. That's all there was.
Okay,
so
wow.
I have
They've kept it close.
Drum roll. It's coming on. There we go. I have Canberra Raiders fourth. I think they'll slip a little bit without Fogarty. They've got some good players still. They were really good last year. Like they fully deserved the minor premiership. I can't see them not making the top 4. I really can't. Panthers third. They're always up there. They'll be there again unless they have critical injuries and come 13th. They'll be third. Definitely in the top 4. Panthers are a champion team, and they've always got some bloke you've never heard of coming through. Very reminiscent to the Melbourne Storm when they brought guys in called Greg Inglis and Israel Folau and these guys who were absolute nobodies, and 7 weeks into the season they're playing
superstars.
Yeah, Panthers have been doing that for many years.
Yeah,
and I predict that they're going to slip a little bit, but they will absolutely be top 4 come finals time. Now, Bulldogs is an interesting one. It's very critical of their mid-season recruit last year with Lockie Galvin. It clearly didn't work, regardless of the Bulldogs fans who disagree with me. The moment he joined the club, they went poop emojis everywhere. But I actually think with an off-season and some time to embed that, I think it was more probably Sexton and Marnie. His name's Mahoney, but somehow he pronounces it Marnie. It always confuses me. But those two are critical players and playing awesome for the Bulldogs last year. When they got both tapped on the shoulder saying, see you later, the whole team fell apart. I think it was more them. Yeah, more them than Galvin coming in. I think it was more them just going, well, screw you, man. So I've got the Bulldogs second, Melbourne Storm first. I can't see anyone that's going to beat them. I literally had a single win. Bulldogs lose 5 games all year. Storm lose 4 games all year. So there's not much in my points table. I've got 6 losses for the Raiders, and the Panthers only losing 5. So it's goal difference that makes the Bulldogs on top anyway.
There you go.
But it'll be a tight, challenging competition this year. I'm actually really excited about 2026, Breno.
Yeah, me too. I had Storm up there last year. I thought, Marshall, definitely going to be minor premiers. They've been playing well, and then, they didn't quite make that. They made the grand final.
They made the grand final.
Yeah, they made the grand final. They didn't get the minor premiership. They weren't up there. But anyway. So there's my ladder predictor, 1 through to 17, and there's PJ. So there's not too much different. I can turn that on and off and go, look, there we go. Our bottom 3 are the same, just in different order. And I think our top 4, the only difference is you've got Panthers and I've got Sharks in there. So.
Broncos.
Yeah.
And Sharks, no Raiders. So let us know what you think in the comments. If you want to post up your 1 to 17, we're happy to share it back at the end of the season, embarrass you too, because we don't always get these right. But who else has had their prediction for the top 17 teams in the NRL?
So Fox League put this up a little while ago now, and it was more of a statistician sort of look at where teams can possibly finish and their percentage of being in the top 8. So really disappointed with this. They put the Knights back down the bottom. They're just going copy and paste for last year, I think, for the bottom 5. But
I can't see the Knights coming last week.
And it was definitely Braith and Nasta would have had to have made this because he put the Roosters up the top. It's got to be Braith from Fox.
How many years have we seen that?
Yeah.
How many years have we see the Fox media predict the Roosters come first, and then they come 8th like they did last year, and then they predict them first again? Like, I think they'll be up this year. I don't think it'll be a minor premiership.
First, no.
Yeah, but the Dolphins on the edge. According to Fox, they'll be the ones that just miss out. The Cowboys, if they come 12th, Todd Payton's fired, just quietly. He'll be gone. If the Rabbitohs come 15th, I'm fired. I'll give you that red hot tip. I do not want to be in the bottom 4 for another year. Yeah. But they've got Manly edging in with Fogarty, getting into that top 8. Bulldogs only 7th surprises me as well, Breno.
Yeah.
But the Sharks 2nd kind of aligns with your theology, I think.
Yeah. So that's probably the only thing I can really agree on there. Well, the Storm Broncos, I don't know. But what we're going to do at the end of the year, so if you watched it last year, we had a little point system going, and we were terrible. I think I got 1 or 2 right. I think you got 1 right, like perfectly right, and we had a few close ones, but it was really hard last year. We were way off. But we're gonna add these guys in there next year, and end of this year. We'll tally up our points. We'll throw this one in there too, just for shits and giggles, and see who's better.
Are we better than Fox League? That's the question. Let us know in the comments. Do you think we're better than Fox League, or do you think Fox League's better? We'll find out at the end of the season. So the way we do it in the family, Breno, I don't know if you want to do it this way, but you get 3 points if you get it in the right spot, and you get 1 point if you're one off. Either up or down, you get 1.
I think that's what we did. I think it was 5 points for spot on and 1 point for one off or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how we did, but I know I won by a few points. There's another one. That Clarkie's column. He did a ChatGPT one. Like, it's it is what it is, I suppose. It's another one just to throw in there.
Is it? Like,
similar to ours,
all Panthers and Storm and Broncos, and Raiders in that bottom 8 there. The Dolphins in or out. It's like it's a spot off if they're in or out.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Warriors and Manly around that 9 to 12 zone. It's very similar. I do not at all recommend that South come 15th.
It's not recommended. 1 star.
Not recommended. Highly unrecommended by PJ.
Oh dear.
That's a word.
All right, let's move along a bit. That's our predictions for the year. We'll come back later, and we might even come back halfway through the year and see how we're travelling. That might be something to look at too. But
absolutely.
Anyway, there's been
in the comments.
Absolutely.
Embarrass you with your points table.
Moving on to a little bit of news. So this has been a big one this week. Talking about the state of origin and the international players' eligibility rules are looking to be changed. I don't know if they've changed them yet. There was just a bit of talk at the moment, but potentially someone who is actually in New Zealand, like a Kiwi, could be selected for Queensland, New South Wales. I don't like it, and there's the poll. Poll results are pretty conclusive there. How we come up with that? So 88% said, nah.
NRL Live Chat fans say 88% no. I'm a no. It's a terrible idea. But since that announcement, Aidan Fanua-Blake has come out and said he pledges his Kiwi allegiance to New South Wales. We've had Jerome Hughes come out and say that he's not interested at all to play for Queensland, even though he's eligible.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I don't understand who lived in Australia or was born in Australia or came to Australia before the age of 13. I've no idea where 13 comes from.
And there's a tier system as well or something. It's just I think it's just going to make it really messy, and it's not good for the game. It's Origin is state versus state. If we start letting players, they can just nominate wherever they want to play, and it's just another rep game. It's just going to lose its value. And it's called State of Origin, not State of Convenience. So,
State of Origin was all about playing for Australia. New South Wales versus Queensland. They were the two states that played rugby league in the 80s. If you're from there, you play Queensland. If you're from here, you play New South Wales. And then the best of those groups play for Australia. Kiwis shouldn't be here, and that's not racism. This is the point of the game.
It's the vibe of the thing.
People should not be in here. Victor Radley should not be in Origin. He's a New South Wales boy. I'd love to have him in New South Wales. He's a great player, but no. If you've pledged allegiance to England, you shouldn't be playing Origin. I think this is a terrible decision, and I'm glad that our fans agree. 88% says, bad move, Volandis. Bad move.
Conveniently, though, this has come up when the Knights have snagged the $10 million Dylan Brown. He's a Kiwi and not eligible for Origin. And now all the media outlets as well are taking Ponga's word out of context, saying something about he's thinking about the switch. It's like, they're just running with that again.
So who's he eligible for? I don't know where he come from.
Well, he's Kiwi, so there's been talk about it for years. Every time they run out a news story, let's put Ponga in there. He's going back to New Zealand. Oh my God! And they've been at it again. But he did actually come out and say, I had something to think about. So they've just used that and gone, he's gonna defect to the Kiwis. And what the hell? Just shut up, honestly.
Interesting, but I think a bad move for the game.
Oh, for sure.
Bad move for the game. Yeah.
Another bad move, or was it a good move? They were talking about this recently too. The ARL has looked at the finals series. If some of these teams that don't have a big capacity crowd may miss out on the finals, and we've talked about this almost every year. If the Sharks get a home final, they're not going to be selling many tickets because there's not many people you can fit in there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I agree with this. It should be a minimum
capacity.
Yeah, they were saying on the radio today, Breno, that it should be 25,000. I don't know about 25, but 22 seems to be the level where your Cogras and your Brookvale Ovals they're at that capacity. Make it at 25. I don't know how you're going to get there. Sharks fit 12. If you look at this picture here, it's a great example.
Just 12 people or 12,000?
I thought it was 12. Sorry, stand corrected. 12,000 people. But if you look at this picture, it's a great example. See that balcony at the top there? If they move that back just 5 meters, Breno, and up, I think it was a meter. I did a calculation on Google Earth. They could have run that Peter Burns stand that you see in the right-hand side of the picture for the length of that stand, increasing capacity both ways. But they built a hotel here where the field is and a bar down there where they used to have 3,000 piss blokes. That was called Beer Hill back in the day. It was just a hill and a whole bunch of drunk guys with a bar right behind them. They could get beers quick. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. As a guy married to a Sharks fan. So I don't know why they've done this, but absolutely...
especially the beginning of the year too. This usually comes up around finals time.
I'm glad they're doing it early, but the Sharks do not deserve home semi-finals anymore.
They're not the only team, so Manly's looking at the flick too, if they make it, of course, but their field's not up to this standard either that they're talking about. So.
What do you think, Sharkies fans? Am I wrong? Or do you think that your ground is actually terrible now? It only fits 12,000 people. And full disclosure, I'm married to a Sharks fan. I was there the day that ET played his 300th game with 23,800 people. I can't remember what it was. It was absolutely jam-packed. You couldn't move without touching someone inappropriately. It was awesome. But they absolutely need to improve that ground capacity-wise. Otherwise, forget about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a regular season field from now on.
Yeah, well, like I said last year, I don't know why they can't just go back to playing at Allianz or what's the other one? Homebush, like the bigger stadiums that are a core and a core.
Yeah, it was always a core, and now it's
the old Sydney Football Stadium.
Core,
as well.
A core.
Yeah.
Yeah, Allianz is spectacular. I don't know why anyone doesn't want to play at Allianz. As soon as the Rabbitohs get back there, I'll be happy. It's a great stand. I was there on the weekend, watched Sydney FC play. There is not a bad seat in the house, mate. It's spectacular. And I was very against knocking down a stadium and building one the same size. Very against it. I was completely wrong.
There you go.
All right, what's happening this weekend?
This week we kick it off with the World Club Challenge. Broncos are taking on Hull on Friday morning at some stupid time in the morning that I won't be getting up to have a look at. 6:30, I think it is on Sydney time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be getting ready for work about an hour after that, so I might watch a little bit of it. But apart from that,
and for anyone who watched last week's podcast, true story, my boss was watching.
Oh, was he?
And he said he was watching, and he said I can come to work late. So thanks,
good
Kevin.
on you. Oh, what a champ! Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Nice work. So who's going to win the Witzer Cup, do you think? I should have put the table in there. I think...
we don't have a table. But
I don't even
Warriors
know
versus the Dolphins on Friday night, 6 o'clock. That's a good double header there, mate. Warriors Dolphins. I think that's a edge of the top 8 challenge. And then West Tigers trying to not be a bottom team up against the Panthers. I think a lot of teams are going to name a pretty strong lineup for this weekend. Sharks play the Raiders Saturday afternoon with the Roosters Eels Saturday night, followed by the Storm and the Titans. Wrapping up with South Sydney and Mudgee with a full-strength lineup, albeit an entire team on the bench. So maybe at some point in the game they'll just flick the switch. But full-strength lineup against Manly, who are hiding all the Turbo boys, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
That could be bad for Manly.
So I'm just having a quick look at the ladder. Eels might actually have a chance to win something here. They're sitting in third with 15 points.
Stop it.
Cowboys and Bulldogs are on top, but they don't have a game this week. They're off to Vegas. They've played their two games.
Played two.
Yeah.
Already played.
So you got, and then Raiders follow, and then Tigers after that. So there's 3 or 4 teams there that can snatch the small prize money.
Witzer Cup
and the Witzer Cup.
$100,000.
Yeah.
The $100,000 is up for grabs for winning the Witzer Cup. That's
Eels might get some.
nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, Eels. I don't know about Roosters, but let's have a look here. The Witzer Cup.
Roosters are sitting in
the
10th.
Cowboys are first, but they've played both games already.
Yeah.
They have 27 points. Bulldogs have played 2, have 16 points. So if the Eels win 13 plus, they go to 30 points and win everything. It's over.
That's it.
So,
and
good luck, Eels.
You get bonus points for line breaks and all this other rubbish too. We went through it last week. And
but I think
it's just mind-blowing the point system.
Yeah, I think the maximum you can win is 15 points.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
But, where are the Knights, mate? They're 11th.
We've lost both our trial games pretty badly.
And the Bunnies are 9th. They got 13 points last week. So if they get 15 this week, they can get 28. They could get first.
Oh, it could, yeah. So, depends on results.
Yeah, comes down to whether the Eels, Raiders, West Tigers, Titans, or the Dragons already played. Eels, Raiders, West Tigers, Titans get max points of 15. Any one of those get max points of 15.
Yeah, they're on top. Yeah.
Can't
there you go.
We're the last game, so we'll know by the time we have a kick-off.
So there we go. I think that's all we've got for tonight. Make sure you join us next week. We're going to kick into round 1 in Vegas, baby. Yeah. Can't wait.
I am so excited. It's going to be a cracking day. Remember what Breno said right at the top of the show. If you join our tipping competition, he's got a link there. You could win 10,000 congratulations from the NRL Live Chat committee. what are we? Presenters? Influencers?
Fans?
No, I don't want to be called. I don't want to be called an influencer. Jeez, the dumbest people I know in life are called influencers.
Oh, dear.
But anyway, join the chat, join the tipping comp, join in the fun. We've got a Vegas show next week to preview the 2 massive matches that we've got in the NRL, plus the English match that I don't even know how they play. But, and then Breno, what's happening then? We've got the season preview for the remainder of round 1.
Yeah, well, we'll do the rest of round 1 the following week. I'm not sure what day that is yet. It might be going back to Wednesday, possibly. We'll see. We'll let you know, but won't get too far ahead.
Sounds good.
Keep your eyes out. Yeah. So that should be good. Yeah, make sure you like them, subscribe, and share, and all that sort of stuff as well. Help our page grow a little bit more.
Yep. And I hope your team wins this weekend, and no injuries. We've had too many injuries. Matt Burton, big loss for the Bulldogs, but hopefully no injuries going into round 1. That would be great for all teams to start the season in good form at least.
That's it. All right, guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you all next week. Good night.
Take care now. Bye-bye then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.